Hello, Internet! I'm Elliot the Purple Air Doofus, and welcome to Buddy Reads, where I read a small selection of a book and review it for you. Today we are covering Stanza 12 of Song of Susannah by Stephen King. I hope you've read up to that point yourself, because I do not want to ruin anything for you. I'd apologize for the delays, and how it's been almost a week since I put out a video, but that should be put into another video. This video we're talking about the Dark Tower. We're talking about Jake and Callahan finally getting to modern day New York. And it's everything that I've always dreamed of. Jake, Callahan, and Oi go through the door to modern day New York. Well, as modern day as it can be with a book written from 2003, I believe. It's 1999, because 19 and 99 are a thing in the Dark Tower universe. Anyways, they go in, and Jake has Oi, and Callahan is walking around looking for Jake because they go in a congregation of people circled around a street preacher. And Callahan is looking for Jake, and he hears Jake screaming at a car, and then he hears a thud. And my first thought is that Oi got hit by a car. That son of a bitch, Stephen King, killed Oi. But what the thud was Jake pounding his fists on the car because the car was about to hit Oi. Way to almost get me, Stephen. Way to almost get me. It reminds me of the time that I said it was either Roland or Eddie who was going to die. Then it also linked me to another memory of watching Clone High. And there's an episode where they're like, one of the clones will die. And it's not like we're going to introduce a new character and kill them off because that would be totally cheap. And in this situation, Callahan is the new character. Why would Stephen King kill off one of the four main characters of his story when he could just introduce a new guy and kill him off instead? Anyways, Jake's pounding on the taxicab, and Callahan finds out that the street preacher is actually the same preacher that Susannah had an altercation with outside of the hotel. Hooray for them. And so the street preacher is talking to Callahan saying, there was a woman inside of my head, and she told me about you guys. You're supposed to go to this hotel. Here, have some shoes. And so they take shoes, and they go to the hotel. And it's the same hotel where Susannah/Mia were staying at while waiting for the call from Mia's men. And so Jake and Callahan get there, and they go to the reception desk, and they say, hey, we think a woman left a package for us. Could you look and check on that? And the lady says, well, there's no woman that left a package, but a man named Stephen King did. Is he the same famous Stephen King that's writing the story that you're reading right now? Okay, she doesn't actually say that, but still, that's how I felt. Jake takes the package and he opens it up, and it's a key. And he reads a little note. That was the same note that Stephen King wrote in, I believe it was 1979 and 8. So how? Or why? Or huh? It's all about how Jake has to have the key, and the key is red. And once Jake finishes reading the note, the key turns red, because it has been read. Whoo boy. Jake and Callahan then go off to the hotel room where Susannah Mia was staying, and they find Black 13 is still in the room. And Black 13 is active, which means that one of the beams has collapsed, which means that there is only one left to the Dark Tower. Which is completely fine, because we only have one book left before we finish the Dark Tower series. Jake goes in to grab it, Callahan stays outside, and a maid walks by, and Black 13 affects all three of them. Callahan has suicidal thoughts, the maid has suicidal thoughts, Jake is holding his own, and they acquire Black 13. They make the maid pass out, and Callahan steals $39 from her, which brings their amazing total up to $49. Jake and Callahan go after the men who are supposed to be birthing the baby inside Susannah Mia. They use some tricks to get there for cheap. They get there, and Jake is giving Callahan some tips, like stay 10 feet away from me. That way, if anyone gets shot, it's only one of us instead of both of us. They are preparing to go in, and Callahan says, so if I go in there and do this, do I come out a gunslinger if I survive? And it's just kind of, maybe. You haven't gone through the trainings, everyone, but knowing Stephen King, he'll probably make you one anyways. They are standing outside and they are about to come in, and that is where the chapter ends. Hooray! I'm a little disappointed that we had to wait until the penultimate chapter to see Jake and Callahan in modern-day New York. The next chapter is a stanza, and then the one after that is, I believe it's called Wordslinger's Notes, or something like that. So I don't actually know if that's supposed to be from the character Stephen King, or if it's supposed to be from Stephen King, the actual author. But I'm assuming that it's just going to be a bunch of notes on Stephen King. We shall see, because the next video is the last video in this book series. And I will explain where I have been in another vlog type thing, because I have questions. Not about this book, not about this series, but I have questions about my channel that I would like to ask you. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you like this video specifically, go ahead and hit the like button. And go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know that you like it. Go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know that you don't like it. Go ahead and leave a comment letting me know that you like me. Go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know that you don't like me. Go ahead and leave a comment letting me know that you just can't wait for me to be done with the Dark Tower series. Neither can I. I've been Elliot the Purple-Eyed Doofus. This has been Buddy Reads, reminding you to watch your Gamma Radius. And I will see you all in the finale of Song of Susannah by Stephen King. Toodles!